Buzz. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing how do you do it again? Today!
Today, we are back with another comeback reaction that we are both very excited for, and we'll be watching Pentagon's new music video, Daisy.
So, obviously we've watched the teasers leading up to it, and also it's Yeonan's comeback into the group. Let's not say more, let's just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. He's just gonna start out with harmonies like this. Oh.
That's
like
what I was.
Because it sounds bright, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
also Daisy.
Yeah. The music video is so angsty, but the song is like...
I think the song is gonna turn angsty.
Yeah.
Based on the teaser, because I remember seeing it and I was like, angst!
This is what we heard in the teaser. Oh. Okay. I was like waiting for it to pull up back because it was like really strong from the beginning. Whoa. What the? Oh, that line was really pretty. It goes all chromatic-y. Oh. This is just a music video thing, right? Yes.
I would bet. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I was gonna say,
I was dancing with someone.
I wasn't expecting them to have like groove dance scenes because of like the way the music video had been going, but
I mean, I'm happy.
Yoan is like in like a Renaissance timey shirt. How are you feeling?
I love it.
Oh. Oh. Sorry. I was just really Oh god. Okay, wait. Love burns everything. Oh wait, this is the stuff that was in the teaser.
Okay.
It was just the two of them combined.
Read quickly!
Yeah.
Okay, so before I get into my thoughtful comments, I just have to share this with everyone because here's the thing. I have always loved this number, but I never thought that I would be bias wrecked by this number. But I was just telling Anna that I was actually so bias wrecked by Kino in this. And I was like, I don't understand.
And I said, I know exactly why, because it was like his hair and aesthetic in this music video. He's like the perfect soft punk boy. And I guess Peyton is into that. You're not into Renaissance Young?
Oh, I was into that too, don't worry. Okay, so there was a live stage of the dance that was released at the same time as the music video, but I actually have more to say about the dancing and how it was used symbolically in the music video. One of the great things about this was that they actually had the lines of text at the end that kind of explained what the message of the music video was. And so taking that, I derived a few things. One of the first things that stuck out to me that I said in the music video was how it looked like they were dancing with someone in the chorus, but then immediately after that, they like let go of it and have this huge release moment, and it's like this outpouring of emotion. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then you and I were both kind of like, oh, there's a dance scene in the music video. Like, with the way it was going, I didn't really expect that. But then when I was reading the text and it's talking about how like the pain eventually like fades into this bright white light because everything's like on fire and there's like so much pain and it's this new beginning. Right when they show the dance scene is also when like everything is catching on fire and like exploding in the music video. And I was like, what? And then so as it goes into the bridge, the first thing I noticed, I was like, that's an odd shot to show for like literally 2 seconds. They all clasp their hands above their head. And I was like, it kind of, I guess, looks like a flower blooming. And then immediately after that in the music video is when they all start picking up the buds of the new daisy. And I was like, is this the new beginning? I'm reading so much into this, but Pentagon music videos always have so much symbolism. Because then right at the very end of the chorus, I don't remember, the line is like, yeah, 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 or something like that they're singing. And in the dance, they do a cannon and it bursts open. Like the way that they're moving, they like open their arms, or they actually open their arms this way. And in the music video, then the daisy immediately after, they show it blooming. And I was like, oh my gosh, literally that like 5 or 6 lines of text are the storyline of the music video and of the dance. Because when you watch the live stage of the dance too, obviously they're not like changing costumes and things aren't catching on fire and exploding, but you can feel how the emotions build into this like huge release moment. And then it kind of comes back together for the chorus and it blossoms out, and it's not like all of the pain is gone. It's kind of like that roller coaster of emotions that you go on in the music video. And yeah, everyone knows I love angsty stuff. I love the drama of it, but this wasn't just like an angsty music video. This was also like an amazing song, so I'm so happy right now. And I'm gonna let Anna talk now.
So also before I start my like serious, more thoughtful comments, just a few things that I did not mention in the reaction because I was like, ugh, I did not expect to react that way after Shimon's line, which is weird because I have never thought of him that way. I literally went from seeing him in round 1 and round 2 to this, so that's great. 2 more things. I've said before that Yutoda is my bias. Yutoda, but I didn't comment on him in the music video reaction because his scenes in the music video, I will not comment on. Lastly, Peyton and I have said this to each other before, but never on this channel. Yenan, from the very little that I had seen of him before, had really endeared himself to me, so who knows what's gonna happen now that he's back. On to like serious music comments. Usually we've said on this channel that I'm not as into like the angsty concepts as Peyton is. I usually prefer like happy, brighter things, but I realized the reason why I actually really like the Pentagon angsty songs is because usually in K-pop when they do angst, it's like E-boy, EDM. But Pentagon's angsty concepts are like really rock band music. And I really like that. But that's why, I don't know if you saw in the reaction, when the intro of the song happened, before it got to like the verse and the chorus, I was like, oh, am I not gonna like this? Is it gonna be the EDM angst? Because it only had the synths, so I was like slightly concerned. But then that was not a problem anymore later on in the song. But also going into this video, I was really curious how they were going to distribute the vocals for this song, just because like Chino is not here. Not that the other members can't like make up for that and don't have the vocal power for that, because they do. It's just that to me, one key thing in most Pentagon title tracks, from what I've heard so far, is like the going back and forth between the powerhouses that are Hui and Chino. But I think that the vocals are actually distributed more evenly than usual. And also one thing that I noticed is like they gave Yenan some of the more interesting lines for his comeback. Like in the second verse, I mentioned how the line descends and it goes chromatic minorly, which makes it more interesting instead of doing the same thing from how they did in the first verse, so that like, you know, you'll still be intrigued. And then his line right after the silence, which by the way, to talk about that line right after the silence, the quieter moment lasts for shorter than I expected, because all of a sudden it goes back to intense with Hui coming in, and that's what reminded me like, ah yes, this is like a Pentagon dance track, they're gonna end really intense. Because the whole time I was watching it, I don't know why I was thinking of like a musical or something. Maybe I was thinking of Rent. Yenan's line would usually be like the fade out emotional ending, but instead it comes back in for an intense chorus, which I really liked. But then obviously for a Pentagon song, I will never get over the background vocals and harmonies that are ever present throughout the entire thing. Instead of just like random words, they literally have it for like phrases. They use it as like an extra instrumental layer instead of just like, oh, let me highlight this line. It's like, yes, we'll highlight this line and then we'll also like add a chord here. The last thing that I wanted to say was, I think the part in the chorus where it goes like 거짓말, 거짓말, 거짓말이야, at a live concert, that will be epic. With like everyone singing that all together, and like imagine the dark stage but then like all the light sticks waving in the air when everyone's singing that together. Oh my god, that'll be so cool. I did not get to say everything that I wanted to say, but that's all I have time for.
Anna, as our baby universe, do you want to do it?
Sure. TLDR, this was my first comeback with Pentagon as Baby Universe, I guess. Peyton and I both really enjoyed it, if you couldn't tell by now, and we're really excited to see like their promotions for the future.
So that being said, if you enjoyed this video, if you also loved Pentagon's comeback Daisy, and if you're excited to see what they do in the future, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, bing, turn on your notification bell, and bye!